you are, Batman. Listen to me carefully.
The Saudi Arabia rumor is going wild, folks. And I just remembered, which I'm sorry I didn't mention this, Mortal Kombat is also owned by Warner Bros. Now, as you can see right here, right now the Christmas deadline is closing. Warner Bros. CEO David Zaslav is deciding whether or not the company will be sold in part or as a whole, and if so, to whom it will be sold. Surprisingly, one of the recent contenders is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, who the public fund, the PIF, they're the same one who owns, or in this case, who bought Electronic Arts, okay? Seriously, I mean, what's next? They got what? Evo, Electronic Arts, and then Warner Bros. Assuming it happened, okay? And then what's next? That's the question, okay? Now, also, come to a question that Zack Snyder also posting pictures from his first time in the DC EU on his Instagram. Could he, as comic book news suggests, building momentum for the return of the Snyderverse brought back by the Saudi? When's the last time we ever seen the Saudi Arabian? Or not the Saudi Arabian. When's the last time we see the Snyderverse, okay? Now, before we get into all these articles, the talking point, there's a lot, but don't worry, we'll get through it.
You monster! You evil, evil, evil monster!
He's not going anywhere. You can stop now.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cheers.
I saw Bane.
I know. Joker threatened me. I wanted to stop the experiment. I tried to give him his money back.
Joker doesn't take no for an answer.
He wants an army, a horrible twisted force to destroy Gotham, but he couldn't do it without the formula. I hid it, but...
So now he has Venom and your formula.
God, he has gallons of the stuff. There's a lab, hidden in the gardens. It's locked off, but the security key codes for the entire island are in the warden's safe.
What else is Joker planning?
How should I know? You think anything he says makes sense? I think he's insane. Oh my God!
Get out of the way!
Poor Dr. Young. Still, you know how Mr. J hates a squealer. Talking about squealers.
Somebody help me!
That old loony actually thinks he runs this place. Talk about crazy. Well, bad places to go. Get it, boys. If he gets up, knock him down, but not too rough. Mr. J needs him at the party.
Again, what I'm about to say is that it's the employees that... How many of those employees are good and talented one? That's the real question, okay? Whoop. Because there are a few... I don't know if Warner Bros. Have their DI hires. Yeah. Because the activists within most of these companies, they're probably gonna be the one to be let go first because they're activists, folks.
Oracle, Dr. Young is dead. Have you figured out a way past these security gates? Before she died, she told me there's a production plant hidden somewhere in the gardens.
The Wayne Tech security protocols seem to be hack-proof. Lucius did a good job. It's a two-part biometric sequence, apparently generated by the Warden, using a code sequencer.
And destroyed by Joker in the safe explosion. Harley Quinn has the Warden, and he's the only chance we have to get past these gates.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, first things first, before we do anything else, just so, I think, yeah, activists, I don't know how many activists are in either Warner Bros, DC Studios, DC Comic Studios, wherever they are. Because if you don't know one thing, see, the Red Hood writers who just let go, I believe she's already, well, she's already been let go. I don't know if she is coming back, but if she does, the main problem is, well, that writer who is, I think she is a trans, okay? That writer, that trans writer, is probably going to be melting down when he heard, or it, I would say, that the Saudi Arabian is going to buy Warner Bros. And don't forget, DC Studios owned by Warner Bros. Or in this case, Warner Bros. Owned DC Studios. Oh. Sorry, just trying that out. Okay. Let me just get back to that. I get this? Oh, already did. Okay, right here. So let's see what else. Snyderverse speculation, okay? On November 4th, Snyder ignited speculation when he shared a picture of Henry Cavill in costume with a caption, 4x5 Polaroid rare color. I love this photo. It is pure Superman. Simply sharing a picture doesn't imply intent, of course. Still, it was close enough to excite the fans. Rumors now circulating that if WBD is sold, James Gunn may no longer be in control of the DC studio. The most recent Superman movie struggled to build momentum for the new DCU, while a small but vocal fan base for the Snyderverse remains. Many of them feel that since the release of the Snyder Cut, social media campaign was successful in getting Warner Bros. To fund his version of Justice League, anything is possible. Far-fetched as it may seem, Snyder has connection in Saudi Arabia. Last March, the director signed a deal with the UFC to produce Brawler. One of the executive producer is Turki Allah Sheikh, who is the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority in Saudi Arabia. If anyone has access to the fund to buy WBD and bring back Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck for the Snyderverse reunion, it's probably Alak Sheikh. Although this one's gonna be a problem because remember, this is the Arabs, okay? It's gonna be an uphill battle for Gal Gadot, okay? Cosmic Book News added, we were told that Hollywood as a whole is also signing massive new deals with the Saudi, including figures connected to Trump's circle like his son-in-law Jared Kushner. The kingdom wants major entertainment asset, major franchise, and massive theme park IP. WBD also owns fantasy mega properties like, WBD also owns fantasy mega properties like Harry Potter, Dune, and The Lord of the Ring. Lord of the Ring, I keep forgetting that. You know what? We'll continue that. Which are the properties any studios would undoubtedly like to have those under its umbrella for films and theme parks. DC Studios, even it doesn't return to the Snyderverse, may be the crown jewel for the Saudi Arabian depending on the kingdom's long-term goal.
Tell him to shut it now. You heard that, right?
Okay, sorry. That was so close.
Idiot.
I mean, to be honest, folks, I feel like... how am I supposed to say this? Oh, yeah. What is that? Oh, I'm trying to think what I said. Oh, yeah, Rings of Power. Okay, let's just say for certain they got Rings of Power, okay? All those LGBTQ nonsense in Rings of Power, well, that's gonna be a hard thing for them to... What? Yeah, the activists in there, they're gonna be shunned aside. Make it short. Okay. Now then. Let's just say the Saudi got Warner Bros, okay? This is the real thing we need to go, or we need to discuss. I don't know how many activists are within Warner Bros, okay? Now remember, like I said, when it comes to this,
Hey, Beth, you gonna join the party or what?
take everything with a grain of salt, okay? Remember that. Regardless of what rumor it is, always take it with a grain of salt. Why it's unlikely the Saudi Arabian will restore the Snyderverse. Alright, let's see what it says. Now, the news broke out about the Saudi Arabians' interest in acquiring WED. There were also conflicted reports as what role it will play. Hollywood producer Patrick claimed that the kingdom was about one signature away from buying the studio outright. However, Matt Boloney at Puck floated the idea that Saudi Arabia would only be backing Comcast's bid for WBD. Ah yes, Comcast. Regardless, whose bid Zaslav ultimately accept, the deal will ultimately face regulatory approval. And other fans of the Snyderverse may want to hold off on celebrating a deal between WBD and Saudi Arabia, as added the claim from comic book news sources. According to their information, Christopher Nolan is also set to return as executive producer of a future Snyderverse project. Without confirmation from anyone involved, some might say this is good to be true, depending on one's perspective. Funds required for Saudi Arabia or any other studios to rely, or in this case, to realign all the stars for another stab at the Snyderverse are almost unfathomable, and that's before even acquiring WBD and overcoming any legal hurdles. For now, all we have are unverified rumors and speculation. Like I said before, treat everything with a grain of salt, okay? Right now, my main concern, what's gonna happen to the characters, okay? I mean, let's assume it did. Oh.
As of 10 minutes ago, I have made it illegal to walk on the floor in any part of the asylum. Anyone caught doing so will be...
Now, again, when it comes to things such as what? Characters, I think some... Now first, Gal Gadot. Remember one thing. She is somehow, or what should I say, it's gonna be hard for them to earn it. I'm not certain if they will, because of her country origin.
Yeah, Joker sends his girlfriend down and tells us to guard the tunnel.
So,
guard the tunnel. Joker tells us to kill the bat.
I would say this.
Joker told me to kill myself.
Hopefully, such the Batman games, all will be not. I hope that the Batman Arkham remake, whatever they will call it, it will remain. The Batman Arkham remake will probably remain untouched. Will not have any more of those woke nonsense, which something the activists will hate. That it will give more celebration to the chuts, as these activists like to call it. But then again, we're winning. Well, at least for now. Ooh. Allez. Ooh. Sorry. Again, now, like I said before, I want to be clear for everyone this. I really don't like when public companies, or in this case foreign companies, buying game studios or entertainment studios, whatever it is. But you have to look at it at a consumer's perspective, okay? Which would you prefer? Would you prefer the current company producing slop after slop, thus alienating their own audience, their own fan base, and then lose millions of money or millions of dollars? Or foreign companies buy the entertainment studios and make the game better or make the product better? Think about that, folks. Seriously, look, again, when it comes to this acquisition or anything, it had to make sure it, what's what I was going to say? Yes, it benefits the consumer, okay? As right here, Paramount Skydance publicly denies the Arab Wealth Fund involvement in WBD bid. Okay, according to Variety here, they say that Paramount Skydance Group has assembled $71 billion investment consortium with sovereign wealth funds from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery. And acquired to the company itself, none of that is true. Now, in a statement from Variety, the studio representative said the information Variety published is categorically incorrect. This is a confidential process which we respect, and as such, we will not commenting until the process is over. That's about as forceful a denial as you'll ever see in the industry that prefers vague PR blurbs over open confrontation, but the timing couldn't be more dramatic. Now, this from the WBD board. Looks like they're setting a hard deadline, and the pressure is real. Warner Bros. Discovery has set the deadline at November 20th for their initial bid, heavy hitters like Comcast and Netflix are expected to circle the opportunity, and there is a strong rumor that the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund, aka PIF, is also in the mix. But the most aggressive pursuer so far has been David Ellison. Variety confirmed WBD already ejected Ellison's earlier $25.50 per share offer, signaling that the board wants something far higher from any would-be purchaser. With WBD's debt load and legacy cable networks complicating valuation, the board is looking for bids that justify the takeover of one of Hollywood's largest IP vault, from DC Films and HBO to Warner Bros. Television, CNN, and Discovery's sprawling lifestyle empire. So the question looming over today's denial remains, if Paramount Skydance is using foreign investment fund, how exactly is the bid being structured? Not certain myself. Here's the thing. Again, like I said, look at it at a consumer perspective. Sorry. Oh, there's sniper. I remember something.
This is the warden. It is vital everyone unload their side-offs immediately.
Okay, I'll say.
I recommend unloading them into... I can't read this. Unloading them into your head.
Okay, sorry, I need to make. So, here's the thing, folks. I think it is not quite certain, okay? Remember, like I said, when it comes to these rumors, you have to take it with a grain of salt. So what we can do now, we have to theorize what's going to happen. Look. Alright. Okay, I'm going to ask all of you a question. What is Warner Bros., or in this case, what is the movie that have bring success for not just Warner Bros., but DC Studio? Say it in the comments. Well, besides Superman, of course.
He's here!
Or Batman, the upcoming Batman, Matt Reeves. I don't know how that's gonna work. Bam. Ooh. Bing. Boom. Yeah. Remember, there's still the Matt Reeves Batman, so it may... How am I supposed to say that? I think that still needs a little bit of consideration. I'm certain the Matt Reeves Batman is good. I don't know.
Thank you, Batman. The guard wouldn't have lasted much longer.
Is he okay?
He struck his head when they knocked him to the ground.
Move him away from here as soon as you can. Take him to the medical facility. It's the safest place on the island.
Okay. I'll go with him as soon as he's able to stand.
Now, the earlier reporting has become a flashpoint from Variety. The original story suggested that the Ellison family, which holds full voting control of Paramount Skydance, was building a gigantic multinational investment group to pull off the acquisition. That report was based on an anonymous source, and the publication stood by the detail. Paramount Skydance now says the report is flat out wrong. Alright, let's keep continuing. This sets a rare public contradiction between Hollywood studios and one of town's biggest trade outlets, especially during a multi-billion-dollar corporate chess match. Pressure, visibility, and regulatory scrutiny all ramped up from here. Looks like Comcast is sniffing around. Variety also confirmed that Comcast co-CEO Brian Roberts traveled to Saudi Arabia in late October to attend the PIF-hosted conference and tour in Qiddiya, the sites of the country's massive theme park project. While there is no confirmation that Roberts sought financing for a WBD takeover, the timing he visit does raise an eyebrow. Universal is opening a park in Saudi Arabia would be a major play on its own, but when a studio like Warner Bros. Is up for grabs, every executive flight becomes a storyline. Give me a minute. No. Again. This is Variety, okay? I'm not certain if I should trust Variety. But then again, right now it's up for grabs. Anything is possible.
It's the bat!
Remember, like I said, treat rumors with a grain of salt, okay? Because there is a chance that those rumors can be either correct and can be either false. Remember that one. Alright, just making sure. Now. Okay.
I thought I made them easy to find. I guess not.
Don't worry, this one is cut. Right here. Now, why does it matter to the industry? If Paramount Skydance succeed in its bidding and pursuit of WBD, then it would merge two of the largest studios in the world, HBO, Warner Bros., and Paramount's entire film and TV library fall under a single roof. Streaming service like Max and Paramount Plus would face a monumental realignment as regulatory scrutiny would be immense. This would likely become the largest media antitrust case since Disney Fox. If Paramount fails, WBD may still break apart, spinning off its network from Warner Bros. And HBO, Comcast, Netflix, or the Saudi PIF could swoop in with their own bids as well. Either path represents a turning point for Hollywood. Now the bottom line, noise surrounding the latest Paramount Warner Bros. Bid just got louder and a lot messier. Paramount Skydance has denied any connection to Arab sovereign wealth funds, challenging the accuracy of the most attention-grabbing portion of Variety's reporting, yet the clock is ticking, and the Warner Bros. Discovery Board wants official bid in hand by November 20th, which probably started right now. So expect more details and leaks, denials, and all that sort as the stories unfold. Given what's at stake, billions, brand, the future shape of the industry, this could become the biggest entertainment story of the decade. I mean, so far, if I had to make a guess, Rocksteady, I don't know if Rocksteady is still operating. I don't know if they still have their diversity people. If they were, then if the Saudi owns Warner Bros., then all those diversity hires, they had to go out.
Stop, Batman, please! You've got to help my babies!
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in a bunch of flowers, Ivy.
They're in pain, crying for help!
Just stay where you are. Last thing I need is you
Sorry.
running free.
Lot we have to do.
Poor children. I'll save you.
Yeah. Sorry you had to see that. Don't worry. Now again, what I think is that not all, well, the DC studio, I think for the DC characters, they will still remain as it is, assuming they don't change anything, because don't forget, there are DC comic characters such as, what was that? Batwoman, Naya Null. I don't know if in the comics Naya Null Dreamer is trans. I don't know for certain, folks. But again, like I said, when it comes to this, you have to understand. Look, I really don't like foreign companies to buy entertainment I really don't like foreign companies buying either EA or Warner Bros. Or anything. But look, you have to look at it at a consumer perspective. Which would you prefer? Would you prefer a current company still doing what they normally do, creating slop after slop, thus alienating potential audience, losing millions of dollars? Or would you let foreign companies buy entertainment companies and make the product better? There's a lot of things, but remember, like I said, there are still many things to go, and I think by the time of this upload, the bidding will be ended. I don't know how long that bidding share will end, because I'm not an expert on that. If anyone knows how long this Warner Bros. Shares bids end, let me know, or if they have a theory on that. Again, enjoy the new cutscene. Again, like I said, which reminds me, before I let you see this, to all companies, doesn't matter it's video games, movie, or TV shows, to those companies that doesn't suffer a buyout yet, I recommend you start listening to your consumers, aka incels, the chuds, or the one that you say are not the fans of the series. Start listening to them, because if you don't, well, you have two choices: listen to your consumer, thus making sure you do better, or don't listen to them, and then your company's kaput, thus risking yourself to a potential buyout.
I'm up here!
Harley! Ah! You have to help me.
Ivy? Gee, you look like crap. Maybe I can sneak you some shampoo.
The plants, can't you hear them? They're crying out to me in agony.
Yeah? Well, I really don't have time for this.
Please let me out. They'll die without me.
I don't know, Red. You're not on Mr. J's party list. Oh, well.
Please!
What the heck? I'll cut your break.
That feels so much better.